Welcome back to the Tuesday vendor refresh. Let's check it out. Starting in the Scholarium, we have bound affix script brittle, adds brittle, a debuff increasing critical damage taken. Bound affix script heroism, adds heroism, a buff increasing ultimate generation. Bound focus script knockback, adds a knockback. And bound signature script gladiator's tenacity, adds damage reduction. All right, that looks like it for the Scholarium. Let's head down to the Imperial City Sewers. We've made it. Let's see what the Telvar Merchant has.
Keep throwing more.
First up, we have Deadlands treasure maps. Deadlands treasure maps have held their value fairly well, but I still don't think it's worth 6,000 Telvar. Deadlands brings us Eye of the Grasp, Hexosis Ward, and Kind March's Cruelty, as well as a chance for the leads for Ancient Daedric motif chapters. That's probably what has kept the value up a little bit. Next up, we have scripts. Bound affix script Courage, adds Courage, a buff increasing weapon and spell damage. Bound focus script Dispel, adds Dispel. Bound signature script Crusader's Defiance, adds removal of debilitating effects. Next up, we have Coward's Gear, Necklace and Ring. These are great for speed. I use this on my speed build. Next up, we have Fragment of the Martyr. This is one of 6 pieces of the Puncture Lava Burst skill style. This particular one comes out of the Deadlands Delve, False Martyr's Folly. Remember, this is a guaranteed drop. I don't think it's worth 5,000 Telvar if you can just go to the Delve and kill the boss once to get it. So no RNG involved, just go grab it. Skip it here. All right, our leads, we have Harvester Scale Plating. This is part of Esoteric Environment Greaves. This one comes from the Gorn Public Dungeon in Telvanni Peninsula. This is from the group event. And then our next lead is Twitching Eyeball, which is part of Mora's Whispers. This one comes out of Imperial City Prison from that Watcher boss, which seems like it shouldn't be too difficult to farm, but my first one took me forever. I would say easily 60, 70 runs. It was a lot. It was a lot. And then we have Necklace and Ring of the Juggernaut. And looks like that's it here. Okay, let's head over to Infinite Archive. We've made it to Infinite Archive. Let's see what Filer Rule has this week.
I hope you don't have your mind.
Okay, first up we have A Servant's Tale. This is a kind of nonchalant book. This one drops out of Infinite Archive, but the eidetic memory comes from Ald Isra in Telvanni Peninsula. If you're not sure how that works, we do have a link in the description explaining everything. Next up, we have Alakir treasure maps. Alakir brings us Order of Diagna, Robes of the Withered Hand, and Sword Singer, and a chance for the Ancestral Orc Gloves or Swords leads. However, at 2,000 archival fortunes compared to a couple hundred gold on the traders, I would just buy any maps you want from the traders. Or ask your friends. Most of them are more than happy to get rid of maps. All right, we have Blueprint High Elf Armoire Winged. This is a base game plan and runs about 17 to 34k on PCNA and about 20 to 30k on PCEU. So I do think that's worth 2,000 archival fortunes, but it's not super expensive if you want to buy it from the traders. Our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Protection, adds protection, a buff reducing damage taken. Bound Focus Script Disease Damage, adds disease damage. Bound Signature Script Assassin's Misery, adds improved use of status effects. Our style page this week is the Mullikina Shoulder. I usually don't recommend that you get the shoulders. If you pay attention to when the mask style page drops, you can usually get the shoulders for inexpensive with keys. It's normally 50 keys just to buy it outright. If you spend 1 key at a time instead, you have not only a chance to get a shoulder style page during those times, but also regular shoulders that you can match up with monster sets. So I can typically get a couple of these style pages for 50 keys, spending them that way instead. Next, we have Companion Equipment Medium Armor. I also don't typically recommend this. You're at the mercy of RNG as to what trait you get, and if you buy them this way, they're bound, so not my favorite way to get them. Our second plan is Diagram Apocrypha Light Diffusers Bowl. This one also runs 17 to 40K on PCNA and about 15 to 35K on PCEU. It's one I don't have, so I will definitely be picking this one up. Erroneous Archive Map. Consume 20 Erroneous Archive Maps to unlock the Walk Through the Mirror Maze achievement and the Shattered Mirror Maze body marks. Here are the Shattered Mirror Maze body marks. At 3,000 archival fortunes apiece, when you need 20 of these, I highly recommend just getting your dailies. They are guaranteed that way in a curated order. So I would prefer to see people just do their dailies instead of spending, 60,000 archival fortunes to get a body mark. All right, Fragment of Balamath. This is one of 5 pieces of Annulment Vibrant Yellow skill style. This one drops from the Craglorn Delve Balamath. This is from the Corrupted Scion of Balamath boss, which I think we just had this one a couple weeks ago. It might have been at the Telvar Merchant. But this boss you have to summon by pushing 3 buttons on a pillar. So you might want to look up a guide to find him if you want to get it. But remember, this is a guaranteed drop. So if you're not intimidated by Craglorn Delves, personally, I would just go get it that way. 1,000 archival fortunes is not that much, but I still think if it's a guaranteed drop, you should just go grab it if it's not too difficult to get. Our first lead is Denarian Legacy Bracing. This is part of the Aliad Blacksmithing Station. And this particular lead drops from the Westweald Delve Nanungalo from Shattered Shard Mobs. Our next lead is Glomium Ring Bearing. This is part of Monomyth Reforged and drops from the Cold Harbor World Boss Avidar. All right, our final plan is a more exciting one. This is the Dwarven Table Assembly. On PCNA right now, there are 3 listings from 5 to 6 million. On PCEU, there's 1 listing for 1 million. Definitely worth 2,000 archival fortunes. Next, we have Sigit Glowglobe's Ancient Texts. Now, at 3,000 archival fortunes, compared to the 700 to 900 gold that you can get it from traders, I don't think this one is worth it. But if it's the last one you have left for ease, you might want to grab it. Let me show you what the Sigit Globe emote looks like. All right, and our final item this week is Tome of Daedric Portals. This is a book furnishing that drops out of Scrivener's Hall. The drop rate is horrible, you guys. And the eidetic memory comes from Edrald Undercroft in Rivenspire. I do love this book. I definitely think it's worth getting. And since the drop rate is so atrocious, I think 1,000 archival fortunes is a bargain. All right, it is time to run a couple arcs of Infinite Archive, and then we'll share what we get. We just ran a couple arcs of Infinite Archive, and it looks like this week we have gear dropping from Stormhaven. That includes Dreamer's Mantle, Night Terror, and Storm Knight's Plate, and from Hughesbane, which includes Baraha's Curse and Savara's Scales. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.